Back. We are now going to begin lesson 2 of the unit on society, culture, and government in ancient China. In this lesson, you will complete the do now, introduction, and vocabulary, which will be the focus of this video. You will read and take notes on 10.3. You'll come back to review these slides, complete the self-assessment, and then take the quiz on 10.2 and 10.3. So the specific learning target for this lesson is to examine the Qin and Han dynasties. Before we get started, I would like you to reflect on these questions. What causes a government to change? Do you think the causes were the same or different in ancient China compared to today? All right, we are now going to go over the introduction. I'll tell you a little bit about both the Qin and Han dynasties, and then we'll review some vocabulary. The Qin dynasty lasted from 221 to 206 BCE. We take a look here at the map. The area in the red represents the territory controlled by the Qin dynasties. And up at the top in the north, you can see the Great Wall. Under Qin Shi Huangdi, who was the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, he worked to unite all of the different defense walls into one continuous wall, which is what we know today as the Great Wall. And his main goal during his reign was to organize and strengthen the country. The next dynasty that you'll read about in 10.3 is the Han Dynasty, which lasted from 202 BCE to 210 CE. Over here on the map, you can see in the red is representing the territory controlled by the Han Dynasty, and it goes further west than the Qin dynasty, and the Great Wall is noted along here as well. If you would like, you can watch this. It's a short informational video about the Han dynasty, which will make reading about it a little easier. And next we're going to go over some vocabulary, which will also strengthen your comprehension of the reading. Censor. An official who watches others for correct behavior. Make sure they are doing what they are supposed to be doing. Currency. Something such as coins or paper money that is used as a form of exchange. And here you can see these are coins from the Qin dynasty. Civil service, the administrative service of a government. Civil service was introduced during the Han Dynasty as a way to make the government more efficient and more organized. And the Han, particularly Han Huangdi, who introduced the civil service, he wanted to stress the importance of a well-educated society. And so he established schools to prepare people to become part of the civil service. So these would have been government officials, but sometimes they would have been teachers as well. But they worked to strengthen the government. Tenant farmer. A farmer who works land owned by someone else, in this case in ancient China it would have been the aristocrats, and pays rents in cash or in crop. And so under the Han Dynasty, they paid using crops. Water wheel, a wheel made to turn by water flowing against it. And in ancient China, the energy produced by the wheel was used to crush grain, as well as other tasks. Acupuncture. Originally, it was a Chinese practice of inserting fine needles through the skin at specific points to treat disease and relieve pain. And you can see a couple different models here, but doctors detected certain places on the body that corresponded to spots, for example, on the foot or the hand or the back, and the needles could be applied at those points to relieve pain. All right, after reviewing that vocabulary, you are now ready to read and take notes on 10.3. So you'll return back to the Lesson 2 folder, you can click on the PDF of the reading. Then there's the document for the outline notes template, so you can either download that and type out your notes, or you may use that template as a visual for doing your outline notes by hand. While you're doing that, if you would like to read along, I have a video of me reading the 10.3, so you can go in the video tutorial and read alouds folder and click on that. When you're finished, review the slides to help solidify your learning, and then you may complete the self-assessment and then the 10.2 and 10.3 quiz. Good luck!